Hello, welcome back. Episode 3. Season 2, obviously, yes. You've rejoined us. Honestly,
welcome back, son.
Honestly, he just waited till he's seen that the Tottenham and Man City were both positive results, then he shows back up again.
That's what you say. That's what you say.
How obviously 2-2. We could do introduction stuff, but I want to know, how are you feeling right now at this moment? Are you disappointed? Are you happy?
Well, I'm happy overall, but disappointed because the time the goal came, obviously we went all the way to the final end. It was like pretty much the last kick of the game. It's just soul destroying. Because 10 years now? I'm maybe saying, I don't know how long it is. Not one at Etihad. It's just.
Can I say something? That was a bottle.
From
what?
From Arsenal. That was a bottle.
That you know.
Wait.
That's a wind up. That is a wind up.
Just because you have
That
a mic.
was a bottle.
Put some credit on our podcast.
No, I'm sorry. But
Man is looking
I'm not. I was thinking about it when I was walking here. And I was like, yeah, they done well, like getting a draw against Etihad. But then I'm just thinking, hold up. How does a team not hold on for another 30 seconds? How does that happen?
You would have clipped.
Wait. Let me wait. So I was looking at it and I was thinking, right, you can see that corner. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're like what is it called? The set piece specialist. You'd think you'd know how to defend a set piece. I don't understand how that even went in.
Keep waffling.
Keep
waffling.
What?
Honestly,
Keep waffling.
Let me go.
Don't even.
I'm sorry. I know. I can see you being out on top. But it was a bottle. And the only reason being, I'm thinking, when are you ever going to get another chance like that against City? Rodri missing, Kevin De Bruyne missing.
I mean, we did last season 4 points off them that season.
Well, no.
Rodri wasn't missing.
Well, he took off. I'm saying it's only a bottle, yeah, because if it was at the beginning and like let's say it was just a draw and then you got a draw and in like a sort of like a they score one, you score one and all that, but you're so close. And then you bottle it again. It's almost indicative of what happened last season.
That's not a bottle though.
Where you all the time, you're always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
I feel like you don't understand what the word bottle means.
You bottled it.
How's a bottle? Did you see the
You
stats?
bottled a 2-1 lead with
10 men. They had 24, 25 shots.
Bottle of 2-1.
In football, there's a thing called momentum. We had none. City were pressing.
Who sorted that?
Why?
We had 10 men. What else we been doing?
Why are you even getting passionate? That is nonsense.
No, he
Absolute
bottled it.
nonsense.
We
There's
bottled it.
nothing genuine about the point he said.
I'm genuinely believe it. I was thinking.
If you want to get clipped, just say you want to get clipped. That's
Honestly.
okay.
No,
Don't just be waffling nonsense.
No, it's bottled.
Man's been taking press advice from Ten Hag, man. Just say any shit and hope it works.
No. Listen, when we're in a position like Arsenal, yeah, when we're against Man City, we get the job done.
You've lost to Man City this season.
Have we? Well, yeah, not in the league.
So you lost a bit.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is we've beat them in the Etihad more recently than they have.
What did you get from it?
What? What have you got from it?
No, but you're saying that we bottled it, you did it. What did you get from it?
What did you get
We both came out with nothing, all right?
Yeah, but we win.
Let's
trophies.
talk about bottle. We'll get to Man United and Palace yesterday. Yeah,
No. Okay, but with me, I'm happy when someone says something like that to me, like we've bottled it. I'll agree. You have bottled that.
I don't know how you could say
honestly,
bottled.
you have
when
bottled
Man
that.
City have failed to beat Arsenal on 3 instances.
If we bottled it, what did City do
The last
whole
three
game?
the last 3 times Man City have met, Man City have lost 1, drawn 2.
No, but the reason.
But you're
why,
saying Arsenal on the problem there.
City went a goal
no.
up.
I'm saying right.
No, hold on. City went a goal up. Rodri came off. And we
so
packed
that's what
them
I'm
for 2. So if anything, City was that. They're the ones that bottled that game.
No, but I'm talking about bottling in terms of like what you have in your hand. You could say that. What I would say with City is
Man City had the lead.
No,
The best attacking team
I'm saying
against
this,
someone
okay,
was going to
cool.
break.
They bottled that lead, but then you could. But I'm saying Arsenal were 30 seconds away from getting 3 points from the Etihad and being top of the Premier League.
Yeah.
And then you concede a corner and they score. You have
30
bottled
seconds,
that.
They were 30 seconds away after having played 45 with 10 men.
I know.
You're just writing off the first
not
45 men. Yes, he went off before half time.
It's the first half, yeah.
To go?
He spent the full 45
Yeah.
So we
with 10 men, but you're saying they bottled it because in the last 30 seconds they conceded. They managed to go 50, almost an hour.
5-4.
I say it probably would have worked out as about an hour.
Yeah, but guess what? Champions find that little bit of extra oomph.
But Man City
And this
didn't.
is why you're always the bridesmaid.
Champions.
Man City didn't find that.
Rodri came off.
They did.
No,
Before
2-2
Trossard got
against
sent off,
10
when
men.
Rodri came off,
did.
we smoked them for 2. What was City doing? Nothing.
2-2 against 10 men. That's
the
them
reason
finding
when
that
we got man down. The fact that it took City that long with their attacking talent, Haaland's been banging. After Haaland's first goal, what did Haaland do afterwards?
I tell you what, let's
No,
go.
well,
When Foden came, what did Foden do?
Let's see
Yeah,
this.
Doku got hooked off. What did he do?
Let's see this.
So
Josh,
he got hooked up
do
with
you
Man
agree?
City.
Do you
Man
agree with
City.
this nonsense?
You
I don't
bottled it.
think you're
Josh,
I do.
Do you agree with what he's saying?
I disagree on the fact of, yes, it hurts in the moment. It's at the end of the game. You know, you end up drawing. But from minute 45, half-time onwards, you're obviously down to 10 men, leading 2-1. You went there last season, got a draw with 11 men. I think if that was my team, I'd be extremely proud. And, you know, they've pretty much gone 2 banks of 5 or whatever formation they deployed, and they just literally sat, they shuffled, they kicked it out, they shuffled, they kicked it out, they defended, they headed, they did what they could with obviously the situation they had. I kind of know what you're trying to say, but I definitely wouldn't use the terminology of bottling. Like, they've literally just gone 45 minutes playing against a team that's four in a row. You know, Haaland's firing all the goals in. A lapse of concentration, yeah, they've conceded, but I wouldn't say they've bottled it. I'd say it's very disappointing the way it ended, but overall proud with the boys and the effort they put in.
Can I say my closing statement? Then obviously you can ask him, because let's go around like this.
Yeah, because we've not had enough waffle from you, but carry on.
Go on. I'll say this, right. Everything you said with Josh, I completely agree, apart from the last bit.
If that
So I would say this. If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd still be very proud. I'd be happy with the result, yeah. Happy to a certain extent, yeah. But I'll be thinking like, okay, going back to last season, we're always just that little bit short. And
Yeah,
I'll be
10
thinking,
men.
no. I'm saying going back. No. You didn't hear what I said. I said going back to last season where, you know, we've always come off a little bit short. Like always just about, and we're making great improvements, but we're always just that bit short. I'll be then just thinking back to that my mind to when they conceded that goal. When was it Stones who scored?
Yeah,
and I'll be thinking like, wow, why are we always just like just almost always there, but somehow find a way to fuck it?
Let me ask.
Comments.
Yeah.
Man City, Arsenal at the Emirates. Who do you think's going to win?
Who?
Man City v Arsenal at Emirates. Who do you think's going to win?
I can't call it at this stage. Depends on who Man City have back. If they have Kevin De Bruyne in, if they had Rodri back, it's going to be
based
hard.
on what you have right now, if you had to pick one, who do you think's going to win?
It's tough to say. I'd say it's a draw.
Nonsense. It'll be Arsenal. Anyway, carry on. As you were saying.
Okay. If we were to switch the roles of, let's say that was your team, are you still going to use that same statement of bottling it based on the
100%.
fact?
Cap.
100%.
That is
100%.
nonsense.
Also,
No chance.
and I think as well,
He'd be
like,
sitting in here,
No,
the
100%.
biggest
I need
hard
you
on
to, I
in
need
his
you to
life.
understand as well. I need you to understand one thing. Okay, we look at the City game, but let's go back to the Villa game that we got beat twice last season. Tottenham away, like, okay, we've beaten them 3 in a row, but Tottenham away for any of the big 6 is always a big game, regardless. Like, it's City's bogey team. We beat City, we beat Villa, we beat Tottenham, Brighton, drew to Brighton, sorry, beat Tottenham, drew to Atalanta, who, by the way, beat Leverkusen 3-0 in the final, and pumped Liverpool out of the Europa League. So they are.
But how well are Atalanta doing this year? Don't talk about last year. What are they doing this year?
It's only just started.
Yeah,
They're like 4 games
we're like
in, right?
5 games in.
But where are they in the league?
Well, we can find out, like, top half. Where are you in the league?
It's not the same.
You know you have to scroll down to find you because you're stuck in 11th.
Why
So why are you talking about Atalanta?
Why are you? No. Why are you going
Anyway.
for you? We can talk about
Here's
my
the question.
team
Okay, let's
and a
talk
lot
about
of criticism
United.
that you have.
You put yourself in our position. How many points do you think you're getting?
Listen,
From that Villa game
no,
to City.
no.
How many points
See
do you
if,
think you're
see
getting?
if Man U had done.
Wait,
how many points do you think
if
you're
Man
getting?
U had done what Man City did, he'd be slapping people with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
He'd be
You'd be
rock
like, yeah,
solid.
No, listen.
Honestly, he'd be having that Eric
No,
Ten
but
Hag
here's
poster
the
on wall.
difference, right? Here's the difference, right? In our golden era, like Arsenal and their supposed, resurgence coming up, going to be this big ass team.
I've understood.
We're not in the position that Arsenal are in, but when we're in their position, we get the job done. They don't. When we come up in your positions, when we're chasing for titles, we close down that title. You don't do that.
Well, under Fergie, yeah.
You don't do that.
So you're referring back to 2013,
Yeah,
the last time you were relevant.
But I'm saying, when we're in their position,
You've also finished second
What did you get?
Yeah,
from
we
City?
have.
and been miles off it. So what are you talking about?
I said to
we're not in that. You got to hear my wording. When we're chasing a title, when we're in an obvious title race,
You're saying
finishes
you
second,
don't
bro.
chase a title every season.
huh? Do you know what a title race is? Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, but
That's like
even
saying
then-
everyone's chasing a
Even
title.
then, didn't Jose Mourinho get you second?
We went in title race.
So you're saying there was no point during that whole run you weren't in a
you
title
did it
race?
to become the first loser.
So in that season, Man City just ran away with it. I swear we were like 20 odd points off.
This is what Ronaldo said about you guys, like Man United. Like every season, you should be there. Like, right, we're going for Champions League. We're going for.
I
the mentality
agree.
has that. Man, when I asked you to start the season, what's your wildest take? Man, they were telling me, all right, we're going to go top four.
Top four. You put yourself fourth. You also said Liverpool won the league.
But I said that we'll win the Europa League.
I feel
Something that you've never done as
I
well.
feel like there's wildest takes and then there's just being absolutely
exactly.
stupid. Like if I said we're going to win
a
the
wild
league,
take is like
it's
a
just
wild
chat.
take is it's wild.
Yeah, that's the definition of wild.
But that's
Like you
extreme.
think you
That's
get
extreme.
What about your
as
dictionary?
wild?
Because bottling and wild, you don't know the
No,
definition.
but a wild take is like something that's extremely unlikely to happen, but could. Us winning the league is like, it's more than extremely unlikely. It's like damn near impossible.
No, it's not.
Something extremely unlikely is us.
You didn't think you were going to beat City for the FA Cup, and you did.
Yeah, but FA Cup is like a one-off game.
You still had to play.
I know we had to play other teams, but to beat City in one-off game, that's to like match City with their consistency in the league. Where we're at the moment as United is damn near impossible. So I agree with him. Like that's not even, that would just be a silly take. That's like Ipswich saying we're gonna get top four. No, you're not. But a wild take for us is like, let's say in Europa League we can win that, because cup competition something else. It's just different.
I'm sure we're like joint favourites, so there's like expectation from somewhere.
By the way, can I say something? He doesn't even think we're going to get in the top 8
You won't.
of the Europa League table.
Of the league
Yeah, you're not
phase.
going to.
Yeah,
You won't get top 8.
Too long has gone by now.
that's mental. What do you think?
I actually will be surprised.
I don't know.
He's still
After
your
that,
manager
after
by the
that
time he
fucking
plays.
Palace game, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't think he'll still be a manager by the time he plays.
That's in January, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
long
he'll be
time, that.
The fact that you think you're even going to win is just.
I think we'll win.
What, you're released?
Not the Europa League.
Oh.
I think we'll win against them.
We went Murrayfield.
Oh, like you said, referencing last episode, great episode, guys. The walking 3 points. Yeah, I see it.
What?
After that City performance, I'm literally any of the big boys. I'm confident in. The only team I'm kind of scared of at the moment right now is I don't know what Chelsea we're gonna get.
I think
Yeah,
Chelsea are
they're
starting to come on to
Hey,
something.
I had them in top 4. I told you when they click, they're gonna click. So
Don't talk about top four,
2
Jesus
points,
Christ.
2 points off of first right
no,
now.
it's not even that. Yesterday, the way they played, I'm like, okay, I can see what
West Ham were dead though.
Yeah, I know that West Ham were dead.
West
You can only
Ham-
beat what's in front
West
of you.
Ham, yeah, West Ham are falling apart.
Yeah,
Like,
that-
Kudos
that
is
defense-
gone.
That first goal for Jackson was just. I was like, what kind of defending is this?
West Ham sack Moyes,
Yeah.
spend money, are worse defensively and attacking.
Yeah.
I feel like with football now, especially this season, it was always like, oh, this team was bad. But like, credit to Chelsea though, like they're clicking. Like Caicedo,
Yeah.
I'll be real, Caicedo for me, I'm actually gonna put him in team of the season so far, personally.
Cole Palmer and Jackson have.
They got the most since the start of last season. They're the best duo in terms of
With 10, is it?
10, and then it's like Saka and Havertz, Bailey and Watkins on 7. I showed you Nunes and Salah on 7. So they're actually doing well. Sancho looks like, yeah, he's got another assist.
2 assists already,
2
is it?
assists.
Yeah, that
He's
sounds
just
about
such an environment player. Like if you gas him, he's like, I feel. I'm the
Let me
man.
tell you about something about Sancho. He's in a purple patch. Come February, March, dead.
Wait a minute. So Rashford, you're willing to say, will have a good season, bad season, good
But
season, bad
Sancho-
season. But Sancho, no, he's just hit a vein of form. That'll die out.
Yeah.
You are.
That was my opinion
insane.
last season of Rashford.
What's your opinion
I
this
really
season?
wish.
This season, this man, he's got until flip it. He's got 3 games. If I don't see anything, just slap him out the club.
Man put a poster on his wall after the Barnes game.
He's been
Back,
practicing the
back.
same celebration.
I was about to get the same haircut as him.
Everywhere he goes, man, he's been wanting around less.
So here's a question. I saw this on social media during the week. It's about obviously Ange and all the stuff that's been going on. Obviously we all know Mark Goldbridge. The question was, someone commented, would you, if Ten Hag went to Spurs,
Would you take
would
Ange?
you take Ange 1? Would you take
Oh.
Ange? And 2, who wins the trophy first out of the 2?
Out of who?
Eric Ten Hag at Spurs.
And Ange.
Because
Man U.
remember, think about it this way, like it's less
Well,
toxic
like-
at Tottenham for someone like Eric Ten Hag. So we don't know. Maybe if he had a better environment,
You'll have a hard time though.
But the
They
thing
signed
is,
all
like-
the Ajax players to
Yeah,
Man
but the
U.
thing
You'll have
is,
to sign them again.
The track record proves like even managers, right? Who've like because let's just talk about like a manager who has managed both Tottenham and Man United, Jose Mourinho. He managed to win stuff at United, couldn't win at Tottenham. And a lot of our managers who've come through since Fergie have actually managed to win stuff. No one has managed to win anything at Tottenham in the last 20 odd years. So it would definitely be Ange more likely to
Okay,
win
would
it.
you
I mean, the
take
track
Ange?
record just proves that.
Ange available on the market right now. Say Spurs got
Nah, I wouldn't take him.
and Ten Hag's like on the verge of going. Would you take Ange?
Nah.
You keep Ten Hag.
Yeah, we've already won stuff with Ten Hag, so it's a bit difficult to propose that question. If we hadn't won anything and it was like they hadn't won anything, we hadn't won anything for a few years.
You do back-to-back FA Cups but finish 8th again. You keeping him?
Nah. He's gone.
Nah, he's got to go.
All right.
No.
But he's winning things.
Van Gaal won the FA Cup, sacked him day after.
Yeah.
By the
Go
way,
on.
Di Maria hates Van Gaal. I don't know if you've seen the documentary he's done.
No.
It's fully going on about Van Gaal. How just hates him.
And guy was just a meme
Worst
every
manager
single
ever.
week.
I feel like with the league results that have came in, I feel like it's always a tradition to ask Amar which top 4 he's going to come up with this week. So who's going to be your top?
It was only once that I misspoke.
Who's going to be your top 4 this time?
So still Liverpool to win it.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. Oh, because you
I
were
mean,
saying.
that was a good result for Liverpool. in
It
terms of
was.
winning
It
the
was.
league.
And did you see how they played against AC Milan?
I didn't actually see that game.
Good game. They played well.
AC Milan are just they're just a shell of themselves.
Hey. No. Hold on. Palace. What got yesterday?
So am I answering the top 4 question or the Palace?
We'll get to top 4. The Palace one. But it's still fresh in my mind.
Go
What
on.
happened?
That was a lot of bollocks. That the worst piece of shit I've ever
You know
watched.
what?
90 minutes of that.
The thing is, we could have won it. They could have won it. We hit the post twice. I mean, crossbar twice. Martinez should have been sent off. I'm not going to lie. That
Xerxes
challenge
was getting
horrific.
disappointed. The assist Xerxes was putting through,
Question.
and people weren't finishing.
So Ruud van Nistelrooy, right?
Yeah.
Was a bagsman, right?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you brought him in for attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We've scored 5 goals this season.
So
We faced less shots, but we can't fucking
Your
score.
forwards, right? Big chances this season. You're number 1 with 17 chances. Big chances missed. And I can't find that picture, but when I saw it, it was like 4 of your 5 forwards are in the top 5 or
Yeah.
top 6.
Xerxes missed about 5, 6.
Yeah, but yes, when he played at the weekend there, like the assists, like the sets, the shots he was setting your teammates up for. Like I think one he put Bruno Fernandes through, which 9 out of 10 times he would score, he'd put it wide.
You see the chance with Garnacho at the bar, then Bruno hits it against the floor at the bar again.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like
Fuck's sake.
Do you know what? I know this is going to sound a bit delusional.
Oh God.
oh,
Again.
that's it. It'll start with your bottlers, but here's why Man U are still relevant.
No, but it kind of gives me hope because the only reason why. Only
You
reason,
think pop 4-0 this time?
no. We're obviously still having the same problem.
He got popped last time.
Yeah, we did. But we're obviously still having the same problems as like as last season of not being able to score goals. Because in the last season we were like joint lowest scorers in the top half of the league, or we might have even been the lowest. It was our lowest goal scoring tally since the Premier League started. But we're creating chances now. So
The thing is, we can't fucking score them though. I'm sure you just said.
But if it clicks,
have we missed the most chances in the Premier League?
big chances.
Big chances so far.
17.
Yeah. And we
17.
have Gabriel Jesus and Havertz who love to do it. And the fact you guys are 17 is actually crazy.
Havertz
17.
isn't really like it's a bit unfair to hit him with that now, man. Like man's starting to.
That
confidence starting to come in.
They've got a big chance missed counter. At the end of the season, everyone's like, "Is it over? Is it under?"
Gabriel Jesus ain't going to defend. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. So let's go for it. What based on this weekend's results, has any of your top 4 changed?
Nah, I'm still backing us. I'm going Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, United.
I can't believe you're putting Arsenal third.
You
And you're putting you fourth.
Dirty. Life is moving like a rat. Yappa yappa yappa.
Oh, I can't believe you. Like after, like you keep dropping points, and you're like, yeah, 4th still on.
You're not scared of Chelsea?
I'm scared in the terms of the fact that they've got a big squad. So if they get injuries, they've got people to rotate. But I honestly think this, and again, I might get battered in the comments.
You just want to get clipped.
I honestly think at our best and Chelsea playing at their best, because I've watched a couple of Chelsea
Here
games,
we go.
I reckon we're better.
Oh, it's madness.
I actually do.
But also,
actually
you know
think-
what? Chelsea were getting slated for how many players they were signing. Slated.
Mm-hmm.
They're now competing in 4 different tournaments and could probably have 2 different teams. They could probably have a different
That's
team
what-
for
that's what
each
they're doing.
tournament.
It's like Conference League. They've not registered Cole Palmer, so I'm guessing they'll wait to like, let's be real, Chelsea
Knockouts,
Surely you should go undefeated in the whole tournament. So
Yeah.
if we need Cole Palmer, we can re-register him later in the tournament.
Yeah, they should
Which
win that
makes sense. But
tournament.
you surely like.
Well, so he's
no-
not
no
going
one
to
drops
be. He's not
in.
going to be playing any of the conference leagues.
No.
No, he'll play. He can
It's-
play. You can register them for the knockouts. They just won't play him in the.
Tottenham did it as well.
like-
It's a bit weird. Like
They, like
He's not needed
pot
for the league
one
phase.
Conference League is like not even close to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Never mind pot 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There'll be teams in there that we don't even know exist.
Like FC Afsana or something.
Do you know what I mean? Spartans are probably in there.
Spartans in Scotland, they're not a real team then.
Honestly, they'll probably be in the Conference League at this point. Do you know
Probably
what I mean?
get further than us.
Hey, we're laughing at it. To be fair, no. I'm not even gonna say it because Graham Potter, he managed Osasuna's whatever it's called, Swedish team.
Ostersunds, is it?
Ostersund,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
beat us in Europa League, and that's how he made his name for himself before he went to Swansea and Brighton. So don't jinx those Spartans, yeah.
And now he's fucking chilling in Bahamas
You know,
now
one
with all
minute
the
he does
cash.
that, next minute he's West Ham manager, so we don't know.
Yeah, I know. Honestly,
Fucking
to be
hell.
fair, speaking of Scottish football, you've probably not seen this, but Hearts are in a bad way. 1 point. That's all they picked. They're dead last, relegation zone. They're already out the League Cup, so they're out of one trophy. They're dead last in the league. Man just got 1 point, I guess. Does yes? Let's get out of the way.
No, against who?
Yeah, against us.
They picked up a point against you.
Yeah, we were the first game we drew nil.
Shame.
But like that, like they are in. I don't know if I want to say it's crisis mode, but it must be close.
And aren't they meant to be like one of your top 4 teams in Scotland?
They're a team that typically you would expect should be pushing for top 4,
Yeah.
and they're last, dead last, 1 point. Now, granted, I think we've only played 5 games,
Draw 5 losses.
but 1 point out of a possible 15, and you're out the League Cup.
Yeah.
Minus
that's
8
dead.
goal difference.
They're not. I think they're in the Conference League of Europe. Possibly. I think they're in the Conference League. I can't quite remember, but I'm fairly certain they are.
It was League Cup this weekend, wasn't it?
They got
Yeah.
Dynamo Minsk on
And they got beat.
Thursday.
They're out. They've not won a single game all season.
Did they play? They played Motherwell, yeah.
Yeah,
Who,
they
Hearts?
must have.
Yeah, Motherwell, yeah. Yeah, Hearts. This is the next round, isn't it? So it's
Or did they go out previous round?
It's probably got to prove. I've just seen red. So I don't
Yeah,
think they won
they've
a game.
not won a single game all season.
Jeez.
is it same management?
Jesus.
Well, Naismith is the current manager, but he's under pressure. But he's saying
Bro,
that he doesn't.
No, hold on. Sorry. Like they have your number. I'm looking red. All the draws. The last draw was 0-0. Lost. The last draw again was against you guys 3-3. Once it just
Yeah, look, Hearts
I think
don't.
they're like
Listen,
circle that out. We're getting a point
this
there.
must be the only podcast that thinks Hearts has our number, right? Because Hearts 9 out of 10 times is 3 points for us. Like, go
Not
to
the last 2
go
times.
to head to head and tell me the last time we lost to Hearts.
Man's just
Find
going to
it.
the recent ones
You're
that
going
are
to be
like a
scrolling
few
for a
weeks
while.
ago.
No, but you said that it's 9 out of 10 times it's 3 points, and then the last 2 it hasn't been 3 points.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's 9 out
To
of
be
10.
fair, for the
That'll be 8 out of 10 then.
FA Cup 2020 1-0,
That's when we lost them.
and in the league before that 2-1 in the same season.
So we lost them. Last time we lost them was 4 years ago. Like, that is 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10. A dub for us. But they must be thinking about sacking their manager. I don't care. It's 5 games in. You're typically a top 4 team.
Yeah, it's like-
You're in conference. You've already been punted out the Europa League. You're out the League Cup. You must be thinking about sacking him.
They should have impressed in the Championship. They 4 or 5 games in. They've sat the manager 3 times.
Did you
Was
win?
that?
You won the League Cup last year.
What, they were
Yeah,
3.
we're
What was
I
that?
defending
think
the
after
Cup.
the first game they sacked their manager, brought in some like interim, sacked him, and then they brought in the Hicklebottom, whatever his name, from Sheffield. I think that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there. I don't know if he's still there.
Wait, they sacked 2 managers in the
He's
space.
2 or 3 managers he sacked. Yeah,
That's mad.
Next up, someone out the crowd.
indeed.
How much contract payouts would they have to do? Because
Yeah, well, I know, but they probably won't be paying the managers that much.
yeah. No, but still, Preston, what league are they? What
The
league are they in?
championship.
Championship.
A 1-game contract.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
what,
they had 3 red
what,
cards.
what are they doing?
3 man. Hold on. I'm sure it's 3 seconds they've had so far.
But anyway, back to what I was talking about. So Hearts are in a bad way. League Cup semi-finals confirmed. Celtic will be playing Aberdeen, which is the ideal draw for me. And we've got Motherwell. I mean, we lost to Motherwell last season in the league.
So Celtic Motherwell final.
What nonsense. It'll be. I think it'll be a Rangers Celtic final, but I'm hoping Aberdeen can do a little
Can
something.
your heart take that final?
Celtic to come and get the trophy back, yeah.
Nah, I don't. I know I'm gonna regret
Say it,
this,
say
but
it,
I
say it.
think we'll win the League Cup.
There we go. There's a clip.
I think we'll do it. I don't know why. I don't know where this optimism came from. I just look at how we've been playing recently. Some of the players that are starting to click, like it's given me more hope.
Let's just go back 2 episodes.
Honestly, I know. I
take
must
a
be.
billion-year
I must
rebuild.
be one of the most bipolar people we've ever met. Honestly, but like I just look at Egamani that's came in, like he can actually control a ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that is sad that gets me
Starving.
excited.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? That's sad that gets me
Control
excited.
the
But you
ball.
should see, like, you should see the way he plays. He's always looking to go forward. Barjanic came in, is starting to link up with Dessa. Dessa scored a first time shot. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life. He did it.
That must have been
I just couldn't.
Just watch the Premier League.
That must have been his touch.
Honestly, I couldn't believe it.
Oh, I scored.
9 out of 10 times he hits it, the keeper saves and he puts it in. But this time he did it first time. I couldn't believe it. But like the way we're now playing is better. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not delusional. There is still a gap between us and Celtic. But a cup final, one-off game. Could we do it? I think we could do it.
It'd be a bit hypocritical of us to say he can't do it because we did it against City. So
Yeah, but
Yeah, but see, we're drunk as well. Right.
what?
Say we're drunk.
yeah, true.
Oh, here we go. Always trying to diminish our accomplishments.
Diminish your confidence. They were laughing and joking
You guys
when they
were
were
celebrating
collecting the runners-up
Everyone was
medal.
just there, like laughing, like yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I
Yeah,
actually- that-
yeah. They weren't. Obviously, they didn't take that competition seriously. They didn't want to win that. Yeah, they were laughing, but when we were playing them, they were trying their best to win. They didn't. Don't try it. Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
Oh, they weren't thinking.
Full beat in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, well, they still want to win the FA Cup. You know what City are
Like,
like.
like what Big Steve said, right? The fridge is full, so let's give you some.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
hate
get the
this. I hate
scraps.
this because that's obviously not what they did. They tried their best, but we were just better.
You see
Yeah.
the argument with Big Steve and that Arsenal fan. They was talking
Turkish.
about
Yeah.
So Steve said, obviously we got the treble, you got the Invincibles. Would you swap the treble for the Invincibles? He said no. He said he wouldn't swap the.
Wait, you wouldn't either.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't swap the Invincibles over a treble.
No, because
They've not won the European Cup.
Yeah, but
These-
who's,
They've not won the
who's
European
done
Cup.
the Invincibles? Arsenal. That's it.
Oh,
Okay.
treble
No,
As
but
in the
I
Prem,
wouldn't-
the FA, and the Champions
no.
League.
I wouldn't because
for one.
in this conversation about who's achieved the best, Invincibles always comes up. No one's ever been able to take it off
It's
Arsenal.
always
No one.
what's the best.
Man
Is it
City have
Mourinho's
done
15?
a treble.
I just-
Yeah, but
United-
I don't care. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think-
but I don't care.
Brother, City won the treble. How many people talk about Man
But
United?
you know, but hold up, E-Ray, do you understand that if you swapped it for a treble, that would mean that you would have a European Cup,
They have a
which you
European
haven't
Cup.
got now. No, they
No, they
don't.
don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they
No,
don't.
they
Arsenal
don't.
do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't know about
Arsenal have a
You're right,
European
has a
trophy.
Euro-
No chance.
No, they don't.
We'll search stuff to take, fam, and then I want to.
When have they ever won that? Okay, I meant in Champions League.
Right, well that's different.
Yeah, you said
that's not a
European
European trophy though.
What European Cup do you have?
Europeans Cup
Winners' Cup.
92, 93.
What's the Cup Winners' Cup? What is that?
It was it was.
Listen, just because your ball knowledge is trash, yeah, don't.
No, but
try.
what is that?
Loads of people got Rangers.
It was a
got one, we've got
European-
one.
Okay then. Okay.
Before
Premier
it got
League,
reformed.
All right, so let's just
Premier
talk
League, FA Cup, Champions League.
Okay.
I'm keeping Invincible.
I would.
So you've
That
basically
is
won a
so-
league. So you're saying you keep winning the league over winning a treble because Invincibles
You
don't.
said
You don't have to give.
Invincible or a treble.
Okay, but
Don't
like.
be adding branches.
Like
Yeah.
even the Chelsea 045 team, what they did in that league was way more impressive than what you did.
Yeah.
No.
They conceded 15
Yeah.
goals in the league, 95 points. Like they
And
still,
their trophy still the same colours as the
Didn't
Leicester's.
lose.
it's harder to concede.
didn't lose a
It's harder to
single game.
concede 15 than what it is. All you could do is literally literally set up to not
game.
lose. You
But
set up to not lose.
They didn't
lose the
just
game.
not lose. They won the league.
And
Sen-
this loses-
Sancho-
No,
and
Like
then went
2/3 of the
undefeated.
games they drew.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It
Yeah, you
was
say no.
dead.
Why do you say drew? Look at when we drew. We
Dead.
patted the league, then we started drawing.
Dead.
The league was done.
Dead.
You're saying as if we drew before the
This
league.
this
That's the thing,
Invincible
no,
team
don't say
actually
drink.
annoys me.
No one's-
Don't drink,
Why?
but it's just like
Why?
it's so
Why?
overblown.
Because City done the treble
no,
as
let me
well.
tell you,
No
let
one
me
talk
tell-
about
no,
Man
let me
United.
tell you why. Because there's so many better achievements since that
Centurions.
Invincible.
24 was still
Centurions.
Funny enough.
Centurions.
Only because they was
You
arguing
know what?
about-
When was Centurions last mentioned? No one talks about Centurions.
It's what do you mean?
It's literally every time you talk about what would you rather have, it's either the Mourinho one.
Do you not think the
United
Centurions is
treble,
more
or the league.
more impressive than Invincibles?
They lost the game.
No.
They lost one.
Yeah.
It's still a loss.
100
They
points.
got 100 points.
It's
They
a
finished with
loss.
100
That's
points.
the point. A team picked up 100 points and still couldn't go invincible.
That's more impressive
Okay, but you
than
get
that.
the same. You get the same metric at the end
Yeah.
of it.
Getting a little Kinder
Also,
Egg gold
100
gold
Centurions.
trophy. Oh, we
Look
want
at, the,
that.
look at the difference between that City team and some of the teams that we
Listen,
the
you
relegated
drew,
teams we had.
you drew like
People blowing
54
teams
games.
still
You know
4-0.
what? It's so insignificant. You're speaking this much passion about it. It's
I'm
so
speaking.
insignificant that you don't
No,
think.
yeah.
Well, because it was a recent topic that I seen on Sport
but
Bible.
the thing is, I'm speaking passionately about the fact that it's seen as the like holy grail of achievements in English football. When it's not.
Yeah,
It's not even. It's not even. It's not even.
That's why
Arsenal fans,
I'm
it's
going
not.
to say this. It's very significant, but it's not the best thing that's ever been achieved in English football.
Now you're at the
not
best
lose
thing. We say it's
single
significant to
game.
us. We say we've not lost a
But the
single
thing
game.
is, but
that's our achievement in our history. Why would I
but
change
I'm saying this. It's so wild to me. Cool. So let me just finish, and then you can just respond to this. It's so wild to me that any fan of any football team where
take
I am
one
asking
trophy
you,
over three.
one trophy over three, and one of them will be a competition that you've never actually won. Two, it's one of them competitions that people banter you about not being a big club because you can't do it in Europe.
Let me ask.
The greatest manager of all time in the Premier League, Sir Alex Ferguson, has even said that a trophy that what Wenger did stands alone. As in, the fact that the greatest manager in the Premier League can say that, surely that is
Okay,
credit.
can I ask you?
Obviously, Arsenal fans are going to say yeah.
Okay, I've got a question off the back of that. A really important question. No, I've got a really important question off the back of that. Yeah, he said that, and fair enough. Do you reckon Sir Alex Ferguson would swap his treble for your Invincibles? Do you reckon he'll do that?
Swap our what?
Do you reckon? Yeah, it's like 99 treble over Invincible. Which one do you reckon he'd prefer as an achievement? To have that treble or to have your Invincibles?
Well, you probably have what he's already got.
No, but do you reckon he'll swap that?
How could you answer that?
Exactly.
How
No,
could
but
answer
what do you
for
mean? No, what do you mean? He could just make it what his opinion is.
But based on, but if he could only go off of what he has, which is so Alex Ferguson saying it's an achievement that stands out,
The
on top,
best
and isn't in
has
Sir Alex
glorified it.
Ferguson's head, he would have to assume based on what Sir Alex Ferguson has said about it.
Like the best has
It would be
literally put
Invincible.
his stamp on what he thinks about it.
Wait,
So that's the reason why I'm
you do this a lot, Crick. You misconstrue his words. He didn't mean it stands alone as in like it doesn't mean it's the best achievement. It means it stands alone as it's like it's a unique achievement that stands alone.
Start twisting words, add words. and
Stands
stuff.
alone.
Literally,
It
unique. Stands alone. unique.
Nothing else compares. It stands alone.
No, you'd have to ask. That's not. I'm telling you, that is not what he meant.
Hold on. You want him to say which achievement that Sir Alex Ferguson would prefer, but we need to go ask him for clarification
No,
of what standalone means.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
standalone
all right,
doesn't
all
mean
right,
it's the
all right,
best.
all right.
No, it doesn't. That's not what I mean.
Would
Hold on.
you rather win the SPFL Invincible or win the treble?
We've done the Premier League Invincible.
Okay, I didn't know that. So if you used to look moving forwards, what would you rather have as an achievement if you hadn't already done it? Would you rather win the treble or would you rather go Invincible and win the league?
That's a different because they win the treble. The money they get is set for.
I just can't comprehend
They win
how
the-
you
they
would
win the
how you
SP
would choose one
trying
trophy
to-
over
they're trying to
three.
justify this
4 million.
silliness.
The SPL, you get relegated in the Premier, you get 100 million.
Yeah, but he's an SPFL fan. I'm only going to ask
Do you reckon? I'm sorry. Do you reckon we're talking about these achievements based on financial?
No.
I don't know why you get upset. You
in
asked me what do I
you
prefer.
have to-
I gave you what I
have to
preferred.
Talk about it based on finances.
Would I want us to win a treble? Of
If
course.
you ask
You told
Scottish
me.
teams, right? If you ask Scottish teams, which one's more important to them, a European run or winning a trophy in Scotland, like a Scottish Cup, right? Your hearts would probably say they want a good European run because that's where the money is. That's where it comes in. They can then start to build on that. Do they want silverware? Of course they do. But that is a completely different conversation. Arsenal don't have that problem. Arsenal aren't going into the Champions League with the intention they need the money. They're going into it with the intention they want to win it, of course.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I want
That's
the treble.
that's not the same
You asked
conversation.
me, what do I prefer?
It
The
is,
reason why
it
I do
is.
that as well is because it gives us that unique breaking point from like if you look at all the big six, you got what United's treble, you've got City doing the full beat, we've got the Invincibles, you got Chelsea doing the 15, Spurs. I don't know why they're top six. We'll get into that another time. And who else? Liverpool, obviously 6 with the Champions League. So that's our unique thing. That's why Arsenal fans glorify it. Now, if you told me, would you want a treble? Of course I want a treble. But you told me, what do I prefer? Obviously, I'm keeping the Invincible because that's what we have. Until someone does it, that's what we have alone. And that's what we can be proud about as Arsenal fans saying, we've got this, you don't. You got a treble. Okay, great. Real Madrid's got 15 UCLs. Your Premier Leagues that you're winning is the same as Leicester's. Okay. Like, our treble, like, our...
Have Real Madrid even won a league undefeated?
No.
There's 100 points, but I don't think it's
They've never done it. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's got the most league titles in England? It's you.
Yeah.
Not a single one of them undefeated.
Yeah. Okay.
Man City have done Centurions,
Yeah.
right? They've done trebles. They've done 4 in a row and still couldn't do undefeated. Like, they couldn't do it.
Anyone's taking 4 in a row over Invincible.
Yeah. Anyone.
But my point is
100%.
the difficulty of that achievement is so ridiculous. Man City can't even.
Yeah,
do
but
it.
the thing is,
Man
but
City
then you
can't
can
do it.
then, but then you can go on the flip side of the difficulty of the unique achievements that Man City have done in terms of like the 100 points, the 4 in a row,
Is it
the
not?
treble.
So you're saying
those are probably actually having that many more unique achievements is actually way more difficult than having one.
it's
Invincible.
not-
Why has it not been done? Answer that. Why has it not been done?
You
The
just
point
said-
required-
No, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Literally on the cusp.
No,
of
no,
getting
no, no. But
100.
the thing is, it's not been done until you've done it. Similar thing is like saying, why hasn't 100 points been done before Man City done
Liverpool
it?
almost
But the
broke
point
this
is, you just
Wait,
said
that's a good. But almost like Man City almost went undefeated. They only lost one game. So don't talk to me about almost because you could
The Man City that beat Dope
the
in
fact is,
115 was
you
gonna
just
be-
said,
Oh,
you just said,
So now you're changing
No,
the.
I'm not
You're
changing
changing
it.
it. You're changing it.
In fact, what
Because
fan are you?
because
You're
then
Man
you were like,
City fan,
no,
United
no,
fan.
no,
You
no,
talk
no,
more
no,
about
no,
Man City
no, no,
fan,
no,
you
no,
do
no.
that.
Oh no, no,
No,
don't change the
You've
subject.
been landed.
Don't change it. No, no, don't change the
This
subject.
They could back
this is,
You're
They could
no, no, no.
back-
Change
down.
the subject. Let me
All
just
four
say
of you
this.
calm down.
No, let me
No,
just.
no, no.
I was. So
Here we
let me just finish. Let me just finish. You're talking about what's it's like you were saying, oh, it's not that you were basically trying to bring up this Liverpool comparison going, oh yeah, they almost did 100 points. That's why it's not as difficult as being invincible. Then I was like, well, Man City almost went invincible.
Yeah, but Man City
So-
did it
but
with
they didn't.
115 on top of that as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but-
the difficulty.
what?
I just told you
the
what.
point you said is like, oh, Man City have all these new achievements, but the point is, the treble isn't a unique achievement. That's the point. Like, they're doing that. That's not a unique achievement.
Okay, you could take.
You
away
had already done it, and they then did it.
Okay, you could take away from the treble, but you could take out the treble, but then you could also say stuff like, winning 4 in a row, Centurions.
But the question wasn't, would you rather 4 in a row than Invincible? The question was, would you rather Invincible or treble? But the only reason why you want to ask that question is because you're relevant in that conversation.
Okay,
Not
yeah,
relevant
okay,
4 in a row and Invincibles.
Okay. Let's ask. Yeah, even in that, I would absolutely prefer to have the treble because you're winning 3 trophies. The measure of success, and we've all agreed on this on numerous times on a pod, is how many trophies you win and the prestige of that trophy. So uniqueness for me comes secondary to actually winning trophies, and I'll take 3 trophies over 1. That is my thing.
Me, what do I prefer? I gave the answer.
Especially when some teams may never win the Champions League in their whole existence.
So, look, you guys gave me that question on the purpose of, there's only one right answer. You asked me, what do I prefer? And I told you I preferred. I gave my reason. So what did you actually achieve here?
What do you mean? That's not.
No, because he said, what do
It's
you
a
prefer?
debate. It's a debate.
Yeah, so then why is it, if it's a debate, why is it if I said what I prefer, it's wrong. But if I said trouble, you're like, yeah, okay, we agree.
But that's what a debate is. There isn't a definitive answer.
So I've
always.
literally told you why we got the Invincibles. Until someone does it, I don't care. It's unique. Yeah?
Also-
you guys were
also-
shouting troubles. We're the first to do it. City have done it. Ain't no one care about your United.
Also, the point requirements required to win the league are a lot higher than what they were back then. That's another consideration. And also the how many points did you finish on when you did Invincible, and how many points was the team that was also challenging?
But then that completely takes out the point that Man City are miles ahead of the teams around them. Miles ahead. Arsenal weren't miles ahead of the teams around. They had teams that could challenge them. Man City have Liverpool that challenged them.
Man City have had challenges.
And that's, to be fair, that's
Obviously,
credit.
I understand that. Wait, stand look because they've
But
won
no,
4 in a
let
row.
me-
But
let me
in
finish.
these- no, because you said something and then I
No,
replied.
let me finish.
let me finish.
No. But he said something and then I replied to it, and then he's saying let him finish. I've replied to something. I haven't finished my
but I've
reply.
not finished the full point for you to reply to.
What do you mean?
And
Go
let me
on, go on.
finish. And that is credit to Man City. They have built a very good team that is miles ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
Right? It is. But on that basis, when you're saying, let's look at how many points they've got, Man City were, again, in a different position. You're talking about a team from 2023, 2022, 2021, compared to a team from, 2003, 2005? How do you compare them? How do you even make that comparison?
Have you ever won the treble?
We've won our treble, but not
The treble, then the Scottish FA, Scottish League, and
No, not
a Champions
No,
League.
sorry.
We've won a European trophy.
okay. So having
That's-
having
that's
having
really little Mickey
having
Mouse, man.
having won the league Invincible, which I have, then
I think Celtic have done the treble, though.
obviously Celtic have won the treble. Celtic
I think they have. I'm not 100% certain. I'm fairly certain the year they won the Champions League, I'm pretty sure they won the League and Scottish Cup as well. But I might be wrong.
Okay, so which
'Cause
one?
it was like the
which,
60s.
which one would you rather have then?
With what?
With if so in terms of you've won the league,
Invincible.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you haven't won a treble.
But again, as I've said, that's not really the same situation. Because if you ask me based on his situation, I'd rather Invincibles. But if you ask me for my Scottish football club's
Why would you rather have
situation-
the Invincibles?
Because win the Champions League, Arsenal could very well win the Champions League.
They
When?
haven't though.
But that's not my point. My point there was they could very well win it. Right? The likelihood of them winning it is pretty decent. I think they've got a good chance of doing it. They're in a
Based
great
off what?
place. Based on the fact Man City can't beat them.
What do you mean?
Man City cannot beat Arsenal right now.
Okay, but wait. But why,
So
is
if
that,
they
why
can-
is that relevant to the Champions League?
Because Man City do well in the Champions League. Man City
They've
are
only won.
Yeah, but they're
What's
always
doing well? They've won
They're
one.
always in the latter stages of it. Are you saying that you don't suspect Man City will do well in the Champions League? You don't think
but
they
you
could
can
win
say
it?
that, but-
No, of course they can
wait,
win
They could
it.
do
So-
well,
so-
but it's like they've won one.
Man City can't beat Arsenal, but they can win the Champions League, but Arsenal can't.
This is what I'm saying. You're saying that it's a decent chance for Arsenal to win the league,
There
the
is.
Champions League. And I'm saying based off what?
Based on how they're playing?
I know, but I'm saying they're not based off their history, not based off how they perform when they've got back into the Champions League. So I'm like, what? And Man City aren't the only team that they come against in the Champions League. They got the Real Madrid, they've got the Bayern
I
Munich.
didn't say that.
When they come against, so even if they can beat the Man Cities,
Right.
they haven't beat the Bayern Munichs and the Real Madrids.
So you're saying I should give them no chance of winning the Champions League?
No, I'm saying the decent one is what I'm debating. I don't think it's a decent chance.
Well,
Alright, let's leave Arsenal because it's come from a place.
No.
yeah, I know.
They
That is a
wanna be
madness.
No, it's not a place
That's
of
like
hurt.
even Rio Soda said this. He's like, you guys have seen where Arsenal are. You're like, that should be us.
It's not a
I
place
hear
of
it.
hurt, but
That is- they have a good chance.
Logical thing is like a decent chance of winning the Champions League. There's got to be some sort of reference to that, and I don't see it for Arsenal. There's nothing that shows me that Arsenal have got a decent chance.
I just gave you an example of something that
we won at Old Trafford all those years. So
I just gave you an example of something that shows they can. Man City can't beat them.
but then I've counted that point. They don't only play Man City.
And
in the Champions League.
and I accept that.
Yeah.
But since they're not playing Real Madrid every season after season, all I can go off of is the teams that do well in the Champions League that they regularly play.
And
And that is Man City, who they then play well against.
Yeah.
So when you're saying based on what, I've given you an example, and just because you're not happy with that example, you want to discount it.
I want to discount it because I don't think it's a relevant example.
But that's up to you, but it is.
I don't think it is.
And anyway, to carry on my point, because none of this was actually what you asked me, Arsenal have a good chance of winning it. Whether I think they're favourites is different.
they're definitely
But do I
not
think they've got a good chance of winning it? Of course they do. Do I think we'd have a good chance of winning the Champions League? No, absolutely not. Do I think Celtic have a good chance? Absolutely not. Like, we are so far away from even the reality or the possibility of winning the Champions League. So to ask us in that same situation, it's not the same situation, because Scottish teams do not win European titles. Typically speaking, they don't. So if you're asking me, would I want to win a Champions League? Of course I would, but that's not the same situation, because Arsenal have a good chance of winning the Champions League. Arsenal could envision winning it. Are they likely to be favourites? Probably not. But is it a possibility in their near future? Absolutely. Is it a possibility for Rangers and Celtic to win the Champions League in the near future? Absolutely not.
I mean, that was probably so in terms of the game today, Arsenal City. So before the game started, I said they have to make a statement. They have to go there and win. On the back of the fact that they didn't win, but they did what they did with 10 men, I'd say that's a big statement today. So if they can carry on that kind of intent and performance into the Champions League, then I can see where you're going with the whole having a chance of winning it. But I feel like what Emar said about the whole Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, that's when we'll see what Arsenal will do when it comes to the European pedigree of trying to push on and win
Don't
it.
get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying that they're favourites. Absolutely not. But to say that they don't have a good chance of doing it, it's crazy. I'd say they're probably
What, fourth
And-
favourite?
four. I was going to say top four
Yeah.
in the Champions League right now.
Yeah, my only point with what I said was since not well, maybe not
You
since.
sound like your emotions are really hurt you like this.
No, I was gonna say since Champions League has been established, or let's say even like since like let's say the early 90s, 2000s, Arsenal have been a top team, you know, and you say they could, and they've actually had periods where they were probably a better team than what they are now under Wenger, and obviously they've had that Champions League in the final against Real Madrid, which they lost.
Barcelona.
Was it Barcelona? Sorry, yeah, Barcelona. Yeah. Apologies, I meant to say Barcelona. So it's like,
Another red card in that game as well. Yeah, nice.
yeah. But I'll say this right. It's like,
Is that
yeah,
when Van Persie got sent off?
even
No, that was-
even if they have
we
a
talked
good,
about a
the
final.
thing is, converting that good to an actual trophy has went amiss for Arsenal, right? So
Right.
they could. So the fact that they wouldn't, what's it called, trade something that's quite unique off the basis
Not
of
quite, totally unique.
Yeah, what?
yeah, okay. Same thing. It doesn't change what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is something that's quite unique of, unique to them in the unique
in general, not to them.
I mean, there's probably teams who've gone unbeaten in other leagues, but I'm saying unique in England. Okay.
The context of the competition as well.
Yeah. So I'm saying that okay, cool, because Arsenal, at a certain period of time can have a good chance or a decent chance. They've never done it. And they've had numerous times where they've been good. So it's like, yeah, they can envision it, but they've never done it. So I wouldn't bank as a fan on the sort of, I can envision us winning it, because in our history of the club, we haven't done it. So when someone gives you that opportunity saying like, you can actually have this trophy, I'd grab it by the horn. Yeah.
I think to sit and say our club's never won a trophy before, so they shouldn't envision winning it in the future. They shouldn't bank on that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
City never won Champions League before, and they went on to go and do it. Like it does, it only happens. It happens. So all this, they've done that before. It's gonna happen. We didn't beat your Old Trafford. How long?
But I'm saying,
it's gonna happen.
If you look at
history, you can say history, but it literally means.
I know,
F4,
but how long has City been a top team? Would you say?
What we know
Since Pep joined, probably is when they've been
way
a top
before.
team.
when they got took over.
8, 9 years.
Yeah,
when
because-
Mancini was about, when they started winning titles. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but they were winning titles by like 1 point.
Yeah, but
Big
they're
Not,
still.
they
Yeah, but I'm saying
weren't the levels that
Like
are
11
now.
years.
yeah, they're not at the levels now. I agree, but they were still a top team when Mancini was there because they were still winning titles.
Yeah,
You don't. Yeah,
The first one was the Aguero, wasn't it?
11.
Yeah.
Mancini, yeah.
Okay, how long has Arsenal been a top team?
Oh, we've been hit and miss, bro.
You say
How-
probably.
how-
Let's say
Depends what you
let's say about-
define.
How does he answer that?
No, you would say even in the 90s, you were winning Premier Leagues in the 90s.
Bro, I said up to.
Yeah.
I'd say after that Champions League final, it's just been pain.
Yeah, do you feel like when they were
pain.
scraping top fours or getting 6th and 8th under
But they're still
Arteta,
like-
you're saying
but,
they're a big team?
Would you have said that even when you're finishing 6th and 8th, you're still quite a top? If you talk about like,
with Arteta, yeah. Okay.
would you still say that you were a top team? You
I'd
obviously
say with Big Six, yeah.
Yeah, you're a big team, right? So you've been a big team for like what, 30 years? Man City have done it for like 10, 11 years, and it's took them 10 years. And mind you, in that 10 years, they obviously were just building and building to get to that Champions League.
They've also spent a fucking lot.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
They spent a lot. They
building.
spent a lot.
Basketball court
My point to this is like, in that 30 years, you've gone up, down, and even when you were up, you never actually capitalized on how good of a team you were and actually winning that Champions League.
Never been up, bro.
What do you mean? I'm talking about even when you like the 04's Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And then obviously you've gone down levels and then you've gone up right now where you're back in the Champions League. You've never capitalized. So my point is, Man City, I've only been a big team for a very short time and they've managed to capitalize on them being a big team and winning that
You
Champions
also
But
remember,
again,
You haven't.
City
Is
being a
it
big
30
team
years
as well.
and you've gone
Is
like
that
Look
comparable?
at the, it's not comparable as well because look at the difference. When we had when City took over, we saw Wenger, right? We were still stripping our best players off because when do you ever hear City saying, "All right, we're going to sell Aguero because we need money"? City never had to have any of those
But
problems.
why didn't you capitalize in 04 when you were the best team about?
Brother, we tried to. That's why we got to the Champions League final. Then we lost it in the final.
Yeah.
And then Wenger tried to redo it up. We used to have big, powerful players, and then we started. He started looking at the way Barca were playing, and then he was like, "Right, let me downsize." That's why we started bringing in the Fabregases. We started trying to breed in Jack Wilshere.
How many
stuff like
finals
that.
have you been in?
What European finals? 2.
Champions League as well.
What? Yeah, and European League 2
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we lost to Chelsea.
Why don't you
Mbappe.
think you've done it more than that?
Well, compared to the other teams, so like the Chelsea's, you guys have just had the better structure to go and do it, and you've obviously, like you said, you've had the history. Well, United's had the history to do it, and you've also had the better structure. We had to keep selling our best players. You think we went to sell Van Persie?
Look how many times he broke the transfer record as well.
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
you didn't want to sell. You didn't. No,
Brother, Wenger was getting top 4 with Shabak.
I
Brother.
don't know, but that Van Persie one, you didn't sell him because you had to. Well, you had to, but not because of money. It was because he wanted to leave.
Can't believe it
No,
bought him
no,
for
because
22
if
million
you see
pounds.
Van Persie, we weren't
Ridiculous.
giving him
What
a
a
contract
signing.
as well.
Oh,
We weren't giving him a contract as well. The first time, the reason, like the first time it was 20. So you signed him what 2014 after City won the league. When
no, we signed him 20
after because you guys lost the league on goal difference when Aguero scored.
Yeah, so it was 20.
So you-
well, but we won the league 2012, 2013.
Yeah, and then you lost it 2013 to City, and then you signed Van Persie.
No, we lost the league to. We lost the league in.
You signed Van Persie after you lost to City, basically.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you needed goals.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now,
Did you? Was it that late?
yeah. So basically, the reason why I think I said this to you before, the Sanchez move hurt me more than Van Persie. The Van Persie one was one. We were where there was a period where our attack was really good, but then we just wouldn't do anything defensively in terms of right, we need to buy defenders. It's even been record. You can even see it. Van Persie was like, why don't we just like show ambition? Let's try and get that Bonucci whilst he was still like becoming who he was. He was like, let's go for Bonucci, stuff like that. We were like, nah, like we couldn't do it. We didn't release contract. There was no money, so we shipped him off. Obviously, he goes and does what he wants, wins the league. I was like, fair enough. So, but like I'm saying, in terms of you guys winning Champions League and stuff, we weren't in that position to go and do that. Well, yeah, we just couldn't. Like in terms of you guys could do it, you could buy the Van Persie, you could buy this, that. City will just spending without having to sell. Chelsea could just buy. If it doesn't work out, great, we'll just sell again. We bought someone and it didn't work out. They're still there for 5-6 years. Like Squillaci, Chambers, all these players. Like, why are you still here? You're big teams. You're shipping them off. We could afford it.
You're still doing it to an extent. Like Zinchenko, like he's kind of worked out. He's kind of not worked out, but he's still there. Like he is not at the standard your team's at.
That one is. I think we've actually changed because, for example, if it was back then, Xhaka would still be at the club. We'd still have people like Xhaka at the club and stuff like that. So I think that one's a bit changed. I think Ramsdale would still be at the club as well.
Yeah.
So like, I love the fact that like, obviously we loved Ramsdale, but then Arteta was like, "Come on, bro, it's time to go."
That's got to be the best switch up ever. Ramsdale for Raya.
Hey, people were shouting. People were saying, "Why are you guys changing it?" I hope they've seen it now.
Ramsdale
Keep it the
stinks.
season.
Raya was on fire.
He's going down.
I'm
He's
telling you,
going
since
down.
that interview about I can only concentrate for 30 minutes, you need to watch it and look at Ian Wright's face. Ian Wright goes,
That's the maddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
To not be, see if you retired, right?
Yeah,
You've had a decent career. You're sitting there and talking like, I'll tell you a secret. Like I had to come up with ways to cope with this. Fine, no problem. Man was on the cusp. Had just broken into Arsenal. Like people weren't sure what they were going to get from him, and he turned around and said, "I can focus for 30 minutes."
Didn't he have to turn around to the crowd?
he
and,
used to say, yeah, like I'll turn around to the crowd,
Like,
just
play
to
with
like wind them up, just to keep yourself entertained. I'm like, brother, we're not at Sheffield no more. You're a big club.
You're at a
trying to
team
get-
that's pushing for a league title, and you can't pay attention for longer than 30 minutes. Imagine going against Man City, half an hour in, he's not paying attention, and you're going for a league title.
Those shots that City had today. All right, realistically, how many Rams were letting them?
2, 3. Easy.
It was some of the like. To be fair, some of them were directly at Raya, but some of the saves as well were madness.
Ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, that double save as well, was it last weekend or the weekend before?
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
The
Like
Champions League.
I think they looked at the odds of him. Like I think it was a 3% chance of him getting from one side of the net to where he saved, for the second
To be
save.
fair, Gabriel's underrated for that. So there's actually a video where it shows Gabriel stands behind the penalty, and then Gabriel's like envisioning how he takes
yeah,
it, and
he
he goes,
points or something, doesn't he?
and you can like someone's if you look at Gabriel, Jesus, he's like,
Is that what he actually does?
yeah, so he goes like that, and then obviously Ryan does it.
Wow, mad.
But he should have scored the header. I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah.
Well, obviously I don't want him to score better.
Ollie Watkins won it.
Well, obviously the first round of Champions League games has happened. It was a bit weird, like 'cause Champions League games were they on Thursday as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
some of them-
And then this week Europa League's Wednesday and Thursday.
Look,
Yes.
Do you know what's really bad? Sorry. So you played. There was Champions League on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You guys played League Cup on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was so weird. So everyone's like,
But I didn't even think you could play, or you just can't televise the games.
Is what, Sarah?
But Sky Sports were. I didn't think you could televise other games when the Champions League's on.
Is it not TNT? I've got the
You've
rights.
got it now.
But Sky Sports were showing. No, Amazon Prime have Tuesday nights Champions
is
League.
it?
It's so just
I've
Shout out Jeff Bezos.
Do you know this
Sponsorships.
whole, like,
sponsor us.
do you know
Completely
what? This
fine.
whole like
JB.
multi-platform sort of deals that football
crazy,
got
though.
going on, it's so stupid. Like I think last year they did an analysis, and if you wanted to watch all the like Prem games,
It's like £300
Champions League is like £200, and you're
But
like,
then you still
what?
pay for
what?
it. But then some games they won't show. They won't televise it. So you're like, what am I paying for?
Yeah, like
But you know
3
what?
p.m.
Yeah,
kickoffs.
exactly.
The thing is, like, the thing I would take, or I've got that's 2 points, I guess. Like, see with your Amazon Primes and stuff, I don't mind them having it because you know what? You pay one subscription and you get it all.
Yeah.
You aren't paying your subscription, and then, oh, by the way, if you want Champions League as well, it's more. Do you know what I mean? With Sky, you need to pay for the Sky one. Then if you want sports, guess what? It's another 50 quid a month.
and then you want the TNT. You got to pay. For
I'd
that.
happily pay if it's like you said, Amazon Prime. I'd happily pay like £80, £100, all of it. In.
Yeah, if it was one.
They should do
full
like a
package.
Netflix platform.
So you're
But the thing is, like, and Sky know what they're doing, like, and I'm shitting on Sky here, and we're probably going to get
Yeah,
sued,
for
but
Yes.
I
No,
love
honestly.
Sky.
Yeah, Sky.
I love Sky.
Sky
I love
coming
Sky.
for names.
Yeah, Sky.
My,
I've always
my,
been
my
with
name's
Sky.
Amar, just so you know. But anyway,
I've got Sky
but like,
TV, Sky
you
Go,
can't
Sky
even
Glass.
just buy the sports. You have to be the basic package and then add sports to it, and then you're in it for 24 months. What am I doing all summer? There's no football. What am I paying for?
Can
to
you not
watch,
just buy
to
the
watch a
football one?
rerun of fucking Newcastle versus Sunderland from 1947? Like, why?
It was an absolute banger, that game.
Honestly, wild. But that, like, just it fries me. That grinds my gears. unequivocally. And then in Scotland, it's Premier Sports. Premier Sports has all of it, the cups and the league.
How much you pay for that?
I don't pay for that. I just watch it.
No, but how
Whoa,
much
we
is
do
it?
not endorse illegal streaming.
That's why I said I watch it in pubs.
Okay. Oh, phew. Just cover
Calma,
bases.
tranquilo, eh?
Hey, when you get that letter the next day, like, hey,
If you want to,
I ain't getting no letters. You can sit and follow me to the pub all you want.
if you want a cracked up fire stick, just shout me. I'll get you something, guys. All right.
So that's A.
That is a joke.
That's A.
He's joking.
Y. A for Ava, Y for Waymo.
Cut him off. Cut his mic.
Who's the sponsor again? NordVPN.
NordVPN. Actually, NordVPN is our sponsor.
Is that your sponsor?
Yeah, it actually is. Rangers TV. I shouldn't be. Fuck it. I will tell it. Rangers TV. You can't watch it in the UK just for like the license deals with like Sky and Premier Sports and stuff like that. So what Rangers did is they advertised Rangers TV, and the sponsor for Rangers TV is a VPN, which is
Class.
excellent banter. 10 out of 10.
That is class.
How many? Just look at fixtures. So obviously City played today.
Yeah.
They play again on Tuesday. Like
Is that in the Champions League?
no, they play Champions League.
It's a cup.
It's
Oh,
like
the
it's. I think it does Champions League week, Europa League week, then Conference League week, then it goes back to Champions League again.
It doesn't. So in
No, it's-
so just
it's not.
this week
Oh, is it
it's
just this
Champions
week?
League, and then so last week was Champions League, this week's Europa League. In like 2 weeks' time, it's
gonna be
there's
both.
15 Europa League games, 16 Europa League games on one day.
Yeah.
On one day. That is mad.
16. That's
1.5,
mental.
1.5,
They should
1.5,
split it.
1.5.
They should just have European football every second week.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
retire a
Do you know
bet.
what I mean? Like you should not have 16 games on at the one time.
Imagine is that 6 games you want to watch?
But see, the thing is, like we're sitting giving shade to Sky and BT and stuff like that.
Not
How
we.
does
I love
any-
Sky.
how
It's
does-
not we.
How does any broadcaster show 16 games?
Yeah.
How?
It's
They don't have 16 channels.
Yeah.
Just get
Sky
your red
Sports
button up.
15.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
That is nuts.
that is mental.
Yeah.
16. How are they ever going to do that?
I'm sure that's like for the final league phase games as well. The final league phase are all at the same time.
All of them kick off at the same time.
That is mad.
It's
Imagine, do you want to go watch the game? Which one?
I tell you what, watch
Next
10
page.
minutes of each one. You couldn't spend 10 minutes. Even if you spent 10 minutes on each one, you still wouldn't get through like a
say
third
your
of them.
team's not playing that
No.
day. It all happens, right? And you pick a game, and it's like the boring games, like 0-0, and you've missed like a beautiful 4-4.
Yeah, 3-3,
You're
4 red
fuming.
cards.
You're like, what?
You just have to get like a split screen, 16 games, just put all of them on.
Talking about red cards, that whole Brighton Forest madness. The managers getting sent
You know
off.
what fries me in these games, man? When commentators say, "Oh, we don't want to see scenes like that," when we absolutely do want to see scenes like that. That's all I want to see, right? I want to see them throw hands. Like, I want all of it.
The City
I
game
want
is a
this
bit
to
like
be
that
one
towards
step
the
away
end.
from boxing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it was. I think it was Gabriel and Ireland got into a bit of a tiff, but I would have loved it to see if, like let's
Hands
say,
going.
if
Gabriel,
Arteta was saying something to like the referee's ear, and then Pep was saying something, and they just both square up to each other and just get each other.
Gabriel played a masterclass there, getting Haaland to commit a foul on him and then start trying to fight him when City had just equalised. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. You want Man City players trying to fight you.
The thing
Ref
is,
can't do anything.
like,
He's not going to add time on for it.
Yeah.
I reckon in England we only get like a percentage of what happens in like Argentina, Brazil, Turkey. Like
Yeah,
players
like,
That can't run because they'll
Listen.
shut down football. They'll say, okay, well,
Listen, I want players to fight. I don't want players getting
bro,
stabbed.
you're like,
Do you know
there's
what
like,
I
is
mean?
it Costa Rica or something where like
Referee getting chased out the
you're
stadium by
checking
baseball
your
bats.
bet. You're like, why is it suspended for ages? And like, I'm going to the toilet, I'm seeing that the president of the club's got a gun on the pitch.
Do you know what
I'm like, hey, I got money here. What's going on?
Exactly.
I want 2.5
Oh,
goals.
where was it? Oh, I can't remember.
I'm messaging you like, yeah, the bet's not come through, mate.
It's like some team in Scotland. It's something wild. It's like I don't even know what it is. Like Aberdeen Celtic or something like they're called. And they had to suspend the game because they were like 3-0 down in a cup, and like the whole management, everything started storming the pitch trying to fight people. They had to abandon the whole game, and they got reported. It was like a youth FA, and they reported it to the Scottish FA, and they were like 3-0 down, and the FA was like, "Yeah, we might suspend them from the competition." They were 3-0 down. They're going out anyway. Like that's not a punishment.
What happens when the game gets suspended? Does it have to get replayed or something?
It must depend on the context of why.
Sometimes they do because I know the Galatasaray one did where the players walked off or something like that.
What for
Did
racism?
that final get replayed?
It got replayed, but then I think they ended up losing. I can't remember. I know it got replayed though because
Did they replay it from the minute that it stopped at?
Nah, they replay the whole game.
But you know
no,
what?
they
I
usually
don't.
play for- it
One
depends if
thing,
there's goals though.
one thing I don't
really?
understand
Yeah,
is
I was in the
It's
trenches.
a bit
once they
tricky that
bet
one.
it.
see if a player's racist or something, man. If I was a manager, my whole team's walking off. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
but
blaming
the
that.
thing
Like, if
is-
a player's
yeah.
racist, right? Fine, all of us off.
The thing
then
is,
let's
the
say-
thing is though,
what
they
if you
say don't do
replay
that
it?
because it means that they win. Because it just encourages more fans later on to be like, let's carry on doing it.
Nah, because
So-
it makes people have to deal with it. He's racist. I'm not gonna play again.
Yeah, no, but then the
that
thing
team's
is as
racist.
well, it's like trying to stop all of them from doing it. Like, if I went to a game,
The
so I'm
alternative
full
is the
racist.
FA ignored it, or they find someone and nothing changes. You could just carry on being. It's
No,
fine.
no,
You got the
Serie A
bread.
was
That
the
you
only one
could
that
just
did
be
it, where-
racist.
They didn't they take points of Juventus for doing it? Because I remember like was it Bonucci when Moises Keane was there. I think they played like Cagliari or something like that, and then he said something, and then Bonucci was like to his own teammate, "Oh, maybe you shouldn't rile up the fans." I was like, "That's your teammate."
I just don't allow fans in the ground.
Yeah, but
So
I would probably say I would probably say right. If it's racism, it's tough because you'd have to consider what the player wants to be done. Like let's say if we're saying right, we're walking off it's racism, but if the player getting abused, going like no, I want to play. Let's just get through this. I don't want to replay this team again. Let's just get through this.
Especially if you've got like in all competitions.
Because I've always thought like if I was in that position getting racially abused, I might want to just carry on the game because I don't want to replay this team. I don't want to maybe have to go through this experience again.
Or do it
I think the only thing you can really do is, if they want to walk off, then fair enough. I wouldn't be against that. But I'd also say, like, I think the only way to battle this isn't punishing the team, but actually finding out who's being racist and just lifetime ban. You're never coming to this stadium again.
It's difficult with multi-thousand stadiums. Like 80,000 in a stadium.
Hey,
It's hard to.
AI is
Listen,
getting really complex
what
now.
8 million cameras around it and
yeah.
a microphone at every side. You tell me you can't see it. You don't know it's there. There's no audio that picks up on it. Refs are mic'd. Like you're telling me you can't pick
I feel
up
like
on it.
England are pretty all right with it. Like, when you do see the cases where it's happened, normally they find it out and then it's like they're literally gone straight
Greatest
away.
one though is Dani Alves when they threw the banana, picks up, eats it, takes that piece.
Did he score or assist after that?
Nah, I don't think he actually.
know. He
That would have been even baller.
I like the energy.
I'd have been like,
I understand.
well-
Like again, it's not great when it's the crowd, and like obviously I would fine and punish the club for it. I get that's harder, but when it's a player being racist to another player,
Oh yeah.
Jordan Henderson against Arsenal. He said something to Gabriel, and even like the Brazilians on a.
we're actually
crap.
right at the end. But anyway, that is a big
But yeah.
topic for us to go on. But anyway, I'm excited to see what you guys think of the results. Do you think Arsenal have a chance of winning the league? Do you think they might win the Champions League?
Hey, we're going.
Well,
to
man,
the
you get top
illusion
4.
realm.
Who knows? But stay tuned, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Okay, guys.
Man's always escape their teams, bruh. Leave Arsenal alone.